Good evening, everyone. I hope you are well. And welcome to the annual Student Government Association Gala. We are so glad that you are here. Our current members, all of your friends and family members who are here, our university president and provost, and I'm trying to look around and who else is here? Our Dean of Student Life. We have Jana, our Dean of Student Life, and I and Angie Hollister have the wonderful opportunity to serve as advisors to our phenomenal Student Government Association. And so we enjoy working with you. For those that are graduating, we wish you the best. For those coming back, we can't wait to work together next year. And so it is my distinct honor to help bring up the new members for this year to do our official changing of the guard. And I will now go back on script, Dylan, so you can you can know that I won't say anything else. So I want to welcome you to the historic inauguration of the 83rd president of student government. There have been student governments present since 1950, but with the number of terms when there has been more than one president, Dylan will actually serve as our 83rd student government president. Before we move into this wonderful ceremony, let us give thanks to former President Ingalls. Cassidy, thank you for all that you've done. We wish you good luck and great health in all of your future endeavors, and we know you're not going very far. And to make this wonderful occasion even better, let's rise for the playing of a portion of America the Beautiful. Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to present the Honorable Director of Internal Assessment, Stephen Bender, who will administer the oath of office to the new Vice President-elect.
Madam President, are you prepared to take the oath?
Yeah.
Cassidy Engels, will you please put your left hand on the Student Government Association book? Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Cassidy Engels, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the Ferris State University Student Government Association.
I, Cassidy Ingalls, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of Ferris State University Student Government Association.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will take this obligation freely.
Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties to the office on which I am about to enter, so help me God.
Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter, so help me God.
Congratulations, Madam Vice President.
Thanks.
I now present the Honorable former President Cassidy Ingalls, current Vice President, who will administer the oath of office to the President-elect.
Mr. Vice President, are you ready to take the oath?
Yes.
Dylan Andrews, will you please put your left hand on the Holy Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat after me? I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the Ferris State Student Government Association.
I, Dylan Andrews, do solemnly swear to faithfully execute the office of the President of the Ferris State University Student Government Association.
And will to the best of my ability.
And will to, with the best of my ability,
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of Ferris State University Student Government Association.
preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Ferris State Student Government Association.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Please help me in congratulating the 2023-24 President of the Student Government Association, Dylan Andrews.
Vice President Engels, President Pink, Provost Fleischman, and my fellow students. All of us are here today for this solemn and most monumentous occasion. And yet, in the history of our student government, it is a commonplace occurrence. This transfer of authority, as called for by the student government, is a commonplace occurrence. It routinely takes place and has for our entire existence. And as some of us stop to think how unique we really are in the eyes of the universities around us, this every year ceremony we accept as normal is nothing less than a marvel. Madam President, I want our students to know how much you did to carry on these traditions, and by your gracious cooperation in this transition process, you've shown the watching universities that we are a united student body pledged to maintain the student government which guarantees the students a voice. I thank you all and all of your people for helping maintain the continuity which is the bulwark of the Student Government Association. The business of our association goes forward. We, as a Student Government Association, has been afflicted with one of the largest downturns we've ever seen. We have suffered immensely from this great affliction. This affliction has distorted our hopes, dreams, and most of all, our student voice. It crushes the inspired and the uninspired student alike. It threatens to shatter the experiences of student life for all students on this university's main campus and its subsidiaries. Idle motions have cast our students into not having faith in the university. For those who have great ambitions and ideas have been shot down and penalized. You and I know as students that standing by and idly waiting until something changes will not work, and it will not last very long. The problems we face as an organization have come upon us over several years. These problems will not go away in days, weeks, or months, but they will go away. They will go away because we have students that have the capacity now, as we had in the past, to do whatever it takes to preserve this lasting, greatest bastion of student representation. In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem, to quote former President Reagan. Continuing his quote, "From time to time, we have been tempted to believe that society has become too complex to be managed by self-rule. That government by an elite group is superior to government for, by, and of the people. Well, if no one among us is capable of governing themselves, then who among us has the capacity to govern someone else? All of us together, in and out of government, must bear the burden. The solutions we seek must be equitable, with no one single group singled out to pay a higher price." As you let that quote sink in, our student government needs to return to being 110% for the students. The students' voice and representation for far too long has been ignored. As a university, we've paid attention to too many specific special interest groups, and we've ignored our largest interest group for far too long. It knows no boundaries or ethnic and racial divisions, and it is across all ideological lines. It's made up of the people who are the backbone of this university and are the bulwark of its operations on a day-to-day basis. They are, in short, the students, specifically known as the Ferris State Bulldogs. But with my administration, they will no longer be ignored. I will not ignore the hard work and sacrifice these students have laid, because when we look out and we see the student body, we see the future of our university, our country, and our world. These students are going to be our future doctors, lawyers, construction managers, first responders, and etc. That is why it is important that we enhance their experiences so that they can take their skills that they learn from this great university and apply it in our world. The posterity of my administration will bring courage and dignity back into the students' hearts. It is my intention to bridge the gap of communication among us all, to understand and recognize the distinctions between the students, faculty, and administration, but furthermore, have us united and work together. Now, so there's no misunderstanding, it is not my intention to play favorites. Rather, it's to make us work together cohesively in order to make us a more stronger and a more secure university. As we come together, we will work together, not over each other. We will stand side by side, not ride each other's backs. We will foster productivity, not stifle it. And absolutely, we will provide opportunity, not smolder it. This administration's objectives is a powerful, strong, and vigorous growth of student representation that provides equal opportunities for all students with no barriers born of bigotry or discrimination. Giving students representation means giving all students representation. We must all share in this great productive work that is going to be the new era. As we begin this new era, let us understand and take inventory. We are a university that has a student government, not the other way around. I say this association has no power except for what is granted by its students. Our reverse growth has shown signs of being beyond the consent of the governed students. We all may ask ourselves, who is the hero that's going to save this university? To quote President Reagan again, they just don't know where to look. The heroes are the students. They are the ones that support their university, support their community, and support their way of life. Their loyalty to the university is quiet, but it is deep. With their loyalty, they will keep us sustained. People use the words they and their when speaking of heroes, but I say you and your. All of you students are the ones that will push your hopes, dreams, and goals to the forefront. And all of those goals are my goals of my administration. All of those hopes, dreams, and goals are what drives me to have the gumption to fight for you and everything in it. That is why, so that spirit has pushed us to multiple national championships, incredible programs, and many more wonderful things. That is why the time is now to rebuild the student government. We have everything it takes. Now we need to just move forward and do it. We need to bring that unity to a level it's never been before, and the achievements that we have gained now and in the past will grow and become stronger. A strong university is a powerful one. Our university and its pride will only be as strong as our unity. So I will make it possible for every single student on this campus and its subsidiaries to become a member of the student government. I will make it so possible that any student can come to us with any issue, to which my administration and my wonderful General Assembly will work diligently to write a piece of legislation that we will vote on, and we will bring it to whoever need be in order to get it enacted. My student government is your student government. Bring to me all your troubles and woes, and I will try to seek the solutions that we wish for. By the oath that I took today on behalf of my God, I will not falter on this message. I will not allow this to happen. I will do everything in my heart and soul to push for this idea of student representation. No student will ever be left behind, and if I do not complete my mission, my presidency will have failed, and I will not fail the Ferris State Bulldogs. I have sworn my loyalty and my allegiance through that oath and through my time at this university. I have seen it all, from the hard work and dedication that I gave to athletics, the humanity and civility of working in housing for my entire college career, and all the other RSO experiences that I felt given me that Ferris pride. As we continue to work together, and as I give myself to the students of Ferris State University, we will see some of the strongest love and dignity ever given to this university. As stated, it is my duty as your student body president to take care of you and defend the honor of this prestigious university. But I can't do this alone. That's why today I will be announcing my wonderful cabinet that'll help me every step of the way. As I say your name, can you please come up to the stage? First, I'd like to start with our new Vice President, Cassidy Engels. Her role as former president, she knows the odds and ends that I will need to uphold. She'll be a very valuable asset because her and I have the same feelings, as I've already stated. But before I get on to my next member, I'd like to thank Allison Leslie, our former administrative assistant. She's done a fantastic job, and we hope that she comes back and continues to help make our organization grow. But with that being said, I'd love to introduce our new administrative assistant, Sarah Youngs. May she do well in helping me reach my goals and our goals as an organization. Next, our new Director of Finance, Christopher Fidel. Chris, you will guide our wonderful SAFAC, and you will help your fellow students around you receive our support in allocating funds. Returning to the position, doing a wonderful job with the circumstances that he was given, our Director of Philanthropy, Nico LaGreca. Director LaGreca knows what it takes, as he's been a part of this organization since he was a freshman, and hopefully he can continue to serve his duties well. Next returner, our Director of Internal Assessment, Stephen Bender. Director Bender, you've done a wonderful job at your position, and hopefully we can continue to work together to keep the balance and civility within our organization. And last but not least, our new incoming Director of Public Relations, Pedro Saltini. His contributions to housing and marketing are nonetheless impressive, and may he guide us in our image to the public. If I could get a round of applause for these wonderful individuals who are going to sacrifice their time and effort to make this university a better place. You guys can be seated. A young man, Martin Treptow, left his job in a small town barbershop in 1917 to go to France with the famed Rainbow Division. There on the Western Front, he was killed trying to carry a message between battalions under heavy artillery fire. We were told on his body was found a diary, and on the leaflet, under the heading, "My Pledge," he'd written these words: "America must win this war. Therefore, I will work, I will save, I will sacrifice, I will endure. I will fight cheerfully to do my utmost as if the whole struggle depended on me alone." This crisis we're facing today does not require of us that kind of sacrifice that Martin Treptow and so many other thousands were called to make. It does require, however, our best effort and our willingness to believe in ourselves and to believe in our capacity to perform these great deeds. To believe that, together with God's help, we can resolve the problems which confront us now. After all, why shouldn't we believe that? We are bulldogs. We are bulldogs that can shape our future, not only our future, but the future of all the bulldogs that will ever step foot on this campus. So let us rise to the occasion and be the most that we can possibly be. And on a final note, I say this. I came to this university in a time of great sickness and tragedy, and I will leave it a university of prosperity and student excellence. God bless you. Let us please rise for the playing of our national anthem.